What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we can talk about AMC, GME as well as the broader market. So today AMC was down for 1.09% for the day. It had a high of $14.22. The average volume on AMC is around 49.64 million, but today's volume was around 53.73 million. So today was a very interesting day. The SPY got hammered, even the QQQ got hammered. Now in the morning when the market started, there was a downtrend coming into the stocks, into the overall broader market, but then suddenly it started going up. And after that, we had a severe downtrend coming into the overall broader market just because the target had a miss today. It was down for 24.93% for the day. Now, Target is a retail company which tells you a lot regarding what is the retail sentiment towards the company, and it was in such a disaster. It was such a big miss in the target. The same thing happened with the Walmart. These are the basic names that we have, which is accessed by everyday individual in order to buy basic goods. And by the number that we saw in Walmart and today in Target, it is a little bit scary. Now it shows that not many people are actually even buying the basic things. They are trying to save their money because a recession is just around the corner, which is not at all a good sign for the overall broader market. Now the SPY was down for 4.03% for the day. It opened around $403.80. So you can imagine the kind of downtrend that we experienced in the SPY. This is unbelievable. This is something that you have to be prepared for. This is going to be something similar sort of a scenario surrounding many companies, which is going to be in a downtrend because the revenue is going to go down. They are going to lay off the employees because they're not able to make that much money and they don't need that much labor. A lot of companies have actually already started laying off people, which is not at all a good sign for anybody because eventually it's going to affect each and every individual out there. Now, when we look at Amazon, it was down for 7.16% for the day. It had a high of $2,257.06. It doesn't seem to be good for any company right now. Every company is just getting hammered towards the downside. I remember that when the market opened, it was around a pretty decent size, and we were expecting some sort of upward momentum coming into the stock market. But just the number that came out of the Target, it was a very big miss. And Target is a dividend paying company and it's having a pretty good cash flow. And these are basic companies out there that's been accessed by each and every individual. And they had a miss. That means that there is something wrong going out there in the overall economy. Now let's come over to the GME as well. GME was down for 8.87% for the day. It had a high of $99.84. The average volume on GameStop is around 4.44 million, but today's volume was definitely lower. It was around 2.89 million as compared to AMC. I know the AMC in the morning, it was around $14.22. At that time, it seems to be like we are heading towards an upward momentum into AMC. Every day, AMC and GME both try to go to the upside, but today was a little bit, slight bit different as compared to what we have seen in the past. It went up quite a bit in the morning. And after that, when the Target report came in, the overall broader market having sell off, the Nasdaq had a pretty solid sell off. The SPY has a pretty solid sell off, and it doesn't seems to be like getting better anytime soon. But I want to make it very clear to a lot of investors out there, those who are playing options, this thing can reverse immediately because right now we are in the time where there is a highest amount of put buyers in the market. Everybody is betting that everything is going to go down from here onwards, which could be a negative outcome for a lot of individuals. I remember this is the same thing happened after the first interest rate hike. It can happen anytime as well, but right now definitely for few days we're going to be in a certain downtrend because of the miss that we had on the target. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC. Now I have increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. The majority of the whales are onto the downside, but there is a lot of call buying also happening in AMC. Now playing weekly options, even monthly option, it is very risky in AMC because the market maker is in total control of AMC as well as GME right now. They will run everything according to what they want. Now when I bring down the premium again, we can see for yourself there are a lot of call buying that is happening on AMC, and these individuals were buying a lot of out of the money call option. That's very surprising. $145 call option we haven't seen in a while. Somebody's buying way too much further out of the money option. It's going to expire in another 57 days. But there were a lot of call buying happening in AMC with full confidence. Everybody is expecting AMC is going to go up from here onwards. Now, I personally believe AMC will have some sort of upward momentum if the overall broader market go up from here onwards. But we don't see any kind of a good news coming towards the stock market. We just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. Now let's come over to the options flow for the GME. Now, I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. The whales are on to the upside and they are still betting that the GME is going to go up from here onwards. Now, when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the small retail is doing, majority of them are onto the upside and they are still betting that the GME is going to go up from here onwards. There were a lot of call buying today happening in GME, but still the downside on GME is way too much heavier than the upside. There were a lot of put buying that was happening on GameStop today. Now, when I bring up the put to call ratio, you can see the put side is way too much heavier as compared to the call side. The volume is definitely higher on the put side. Even the premium are pretty big on the put side. Now, the kind of downtrend that we are experiencing in the overall broader market, I personally believe the GameStop is going to go down a little bit more further. But the more further it goes down, the more opportunity you have to make more money on it. GameStop is only one stock which always bonds back to that 130 and 140 range. We just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Majority of the whales are onto the downside and they are betting a huge amount of money that the SPY will keep going down from here onwards. Now there was this bet that came in that was $374 put option that's going to expire in 29 days. This individual is buying 12,905 contracts and he's paying 8.44 million for it. That's a lot of money that he's betting that the SPY will keep going down from here onwards. I personally expect that the SPY will go down a little bit further, but we are definitely getting close to a bottom, and that is going to be the deciding factor for a lot of people to lose a lot of money if they are not able to get out on time, because we are waiting for a bounce, a significant bounce towards the upside, because we have been going down straight away and the stock market just doesn't go in one direction, or else everybody will be able to make money. The market maker will bring up some sort of a twist and the stocks will start going up. There will be a significant bounce coming into the SPY, but we don't know when that's going to happen. Now, by checking the rest of the options flow, there was nothing suspicious that is coming out of it. Now, when I look at the put to call ratio, you can see it for yourself. 80% is on the put side. That's what we have been seeing. It's just yesterday I saw the put side was very low as compared to the call side. It was the first time I felt like the SPY might go up, but the earnings that we came today from the target was not at all close to what we are expecting in the economy. Everything seems to be going down. Definitely, the economy is very strong right now, but the way companies are reporting their earnings, it doesn't seems to be like sustainable for a very longer period of time. Now, when we look at the volume, definitely the put side is very heavy as compared to the call side. The premium is also heavy onto the downside rather than to the upside. Now, this is not at all a good sign for the overall broader market. Definitely, a lot of individuals are buying put option, but it's not easy to play in this kind of a market. Today was a day when the market opened and everything started going up normally, and everybody was expecting it will just keep going up. But then suddenly, after 1 hour into the market open, everything started going down, especially after the target report. We just need to have the patience, but I personally believe a bounce is definitely around the corner in the overall broader market. Hope so. You like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel. I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.